I try to get down here like once a month, golf with my dad, go to church with my mom, something. Before school started, it was every other week. My mom, just being around her because she's disabled, it's real special, and I do appreciate being this close to all the time I get to spend with them. It's really special.
So I came here for the first time in 1980, brand new to the Army, had a school, came back in '85 for another school with my new bride, and then again we came in the mid-90s for about 4 years. And then we had a last assignment in Illinois outside of St. Louis, and that's where we started raising kids.
Ian came home when he was 2 weeks old. We weren't prepared to have a third child, but God had other plans, and we didn't have to wait 3 years to get the third child, so that was a good thing.
We got a call out of left field. We weren't expecting it, so we got a kid. Got him. Like, you interested?
You know the story. You hear the story all the time about being adopted, but I think that two people that they obviously didn't have to do what they did. Two people that didn't have to have another kid, and they already said they were on the fence, but they chose to get another kid. So I just think that that bonds somebody on a special level, and you have no choice but to succeed if two people are willing to do that for you.
That drive to succeed emerged at a young age for Ian, and specifically in sports.
We had a section of our basement set aside for sports. We had a soccer field down there, we played tackle football, had some baseball down there, had a basketball hoop. And when he turned about 8 years old, he started kicking my butt in everything. So I decided it was because he was a good athlete, not because I was getting old.
I was at my brother's high school game. My brother had a friend that was a kicker on the team, and I just saw him just blasting balls in the air. It's like, man, that's something I want to do. That's something I could be good at. Just being African American and being a kicker, I was like, this is a route I could be different and I could be really good at.
So I think around 7th grade, we started taking him to professional kicking camps. And 2-3 times a year, we were going to camp starting in 7th grade. By the time he was in 9th grade, I think he was the #1 ranked, up-and-coming player in the nation because he had a big leg. So yeah, when we saw that in 9th grade, we thought, oh, God, a kid might go to college, play ball.
Ian ultimately decided to stay home and play for Illinois State. But with the departure of his parents moving back to Arizona, his home went with them as well.
It's just somewhere I've always felt like I'm part of. My parents live here, and anywhere they go, it's gonna be my hometown, wherever it is. So.
After 4 years with the Redbirds, that feeling eventually led him to entering the transfer portal.
When I got in the portal, I told my coaches at Illinois State, they knew that my mom had issues, and I didn't really know how she was because I wasn't here. I was going to try to go anywhere closer to home if I could.
And that's why a call and an offer from the Wildcats was an easy yes.
It was kind of out of the blue. We weren't 100% sure he'd end up out here, so it was
it's
a
kind of like
surprise.
When he was born, it's kind of like it was a surprise to get him and to have him wind up out here.
I think part of the portal was also, I was either moving out of love or I was moving out of pride at that point. And I figured that moving out of love for my family was a better option to get in the portal than just giving my pride, because I was a captain at Illinois State, and I waited 4 years to be a captain, and I could either keep my pride and stay there, or I could choose the love of my family and start from scratch. I just decided to move out of love instead of pride so I could be close to my parents. So
Been worth it?
it's 100% been worth it. I couldn't be more blessed to be here.